Hey Chiefs Kingdom, get ready, because something big just dropped in Kansas City, and it might quietly shape the future of this roster in ways nobody is talking about yet. We're not just talking about signings, we're talking about hidden gems, overlooked warriors, and potential breakout stars who are about to fight for their NFL lives. And trust me, some of these names, you'll be hearing them a lot sooner than you think. The Kansas City Chiefs have officially signed 20 undrafted free agents, and if history tells us anything, at least a few of these guys are not here just to fill camp reps. They're here to compete, to disrupt, and maybe even steal a roster spot from someone who thought their job was safe. That's the kind of energy that builds championship depth. So the real question is, who are the sleepers? Who are the future fan favorites? And which of these undrafted players could shock the entire NFL? Stay with me because we're breaking it all down right now. The timing couldn't be more perfect. With rookie minicamp kicking off from May 1st through May 3rd, this is the first real battleground where draft picks, UDFAs, and tryout players collide. This is where reputations mean nothing and effort means everything. Every single rep matters. Every drill, every route, every tackle. It's all being watched closely by the coaching staff. For these undrafted players, this isn't just football. This is survival. This is their shot to prove they belong in the Kansas City Chiefs system. And let's be real, this team has a history of turning undrafted players into contributors. That's not hype, that's fact. So don't sleep on this group. Just look at the current roster. There are already multiple former undrafted players still fighting and contributing, guys who came in with zero guarantees and carved out roles through grit and consistency. That's the culture in Kansas City. Players like Kevin Knowles, Melvin Smith Jr., and Mike Caliendo didn't just show up. They earned their way into the conversation. And now, the new wave is here to challenge them. That's what makes this class so interesting. It's not just about adding bodies. It's about creating pressure across the roster. Competition breeds excellence, and the Chiefs are doubling down on that formula. Let's start in the backfield, because there's a name here that immediately jumps out: E.J. Smith. Yes, that's Smith, the son of a legendary Hall of Fame running back. But don't get it twisted, he's trying to build his own legacy. At 5 feet 11 inches, 211 pounds, Smith brings a physical presence combined with solid production across his college career. Nearly 1,000 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns show he can contribute, even if he wasn't always the featured guy. Now imagine what happens if he finds his rhythm in this offense. With the right coaching and system fit, this could be one of those under-the-radar pickups that turns into something real. Then there's Jaden Ott, and this one is fascinating. Just a couple of years ago, he was dominating, leading his conference in carries and yards. That kind of production doesn't just disappear overnight. But injuries and internal conflicts seem to derail his momentum. A fresh start in Kansas City might be exactly what he needs to reset everything. If he taps back into that earlier form, this could be one of the biggest steals in the entire UDFA class. Now let's talk about a name that's already generating serious buzz: Jeff Caldwell. And when I say buzz, I mean elite-level athleticism that puts him in rare company. We're talking 6 feet 5 inches, 216 pounds, with a 4.31 40-yard dash and insane explosion metrics. That's not normal. That's freak athlete territory. The big question is simple. Can the Chiefs unlock that potential? Because if they do, this could be a problem for defenses. Another speed demon to keep an eye on is Omari Evans. This guy can fly. A 4.28 40-yard dash doesn't lie, and neither does a 41-inch vertical. His college production wasn't eye-popping, but flashes of big playability are there. Sometimes all a player needs is the right opportunity. And in Kansas City's offense, opportunities to make explosive plays are everywhere. Now here's a name that might quietly become a fan favorite: Jacob DeJesus. Why? Because production matters, and this guy produced. Over 1,000 receiving yards, over 100 catches, and dangerous as a return specialist. That's versatility you can't ignore. He may not have elite size, but he has elite heart and skill. And sometimes that's all you need to make noise in this league. At tight end, John Michael Gillenborg is more of a long-term project, but don't overlook him. Size, athletic background, and flashes of receiving ability make him intriguing. He's still raw, but that also means there's room to grow. And the Chiefs have shown patience with development before. If he puts it together, he could become a valuable piece down the line. Switching to the offensive line, Pete Nigra brings leadership and consistency. A team captain, reliable in pass protection, and experienced at center. That's the kind of player coaches love. Not flashy, but dependable. And when you're building depth in the trenches, that reliability is gold. Josh Thompson is another strong addition. No sacks allowed in back-to-back seasons? That's impressive, no matter the level. He's proven he can hold his ground, and that's exactly what the Chiefs need. Guys who won't break under pressure. If he carries that consistency into the NFL, he could stick around longer than expected. On the defensive line, Cole Brevard fits the mold of a run-stopper. Big, physical, and built to clog lanes. He may not fill the stat sheet, but players like him do the dirty work that makes defenses function. And trust me, those guys always find a way onto rosters. Damon Payne brings experience from top-tier programs and adds more depth inside. He's been part of big systems and understands high-level competition. Sometimes that experience alone gives a player an edge. Now it's about translating that into impact plays. Amari McNeil might be one of the most productive defensive players in this class. Tackles, sacks, forced fumbles, he's done a bit of everything. That versatility is valuable. It means he can contribute in multiple situations, and that increases his chances of sticking around. On the edge, Vincent Anthony Jr. brings size and flexibility. He can line up inside or outside, which gives the defense options. Add in solid production and athleticism, and you've got a player worth watching closely. Versatility is a major theme with this group. Ethan Hurkett and Anthony Dunn Jr. continue that trend. Both have shown the ability to get after the quarterback and disrupt plays. That's always in demand. Always. If either one gets hot during camp, things could get very interesting. At linebacker, Wesley Besainth stands out. Productive, experienced, and coming off a strong season. And here's the thing, the Chiefs didn't heavily invest in this position recently. So the door is open. Wide open. In the secondary, Bryce Phillips and Zelmar Vetter bring size, athleticism, and ball skills. These are the types of players who can develop into valuable depth pieces or even surprise contributors. And in today's NFL, you can never have too many defensive backs. Darko Perkins McAllister might have taken a long road to get here, but sometimes that journey builds resilience. He's versatile, aggressive, and clearly hungry for an opportunity. Those are dangerous traits in a good way. Finally, Xavier Nwankpa and Deshaun Singleton round out this class with physicality and athletic upside. Big bodies, strong performances, and the ability to impact the game in multiple ways. This is a secondary that's getting deeper and more competitive by the day. So Chiefs Kingdom, here's the real takeaway. This isn't just a list of names. This is a group of fighters, dreamers, and potential difference makers. Some of these guys will be gone in weeks, but a few might become the next hidden gems in Kansas City. Now I want to hear from you. Who stands out the most? Which undrafted player do you think has the best shot to make the roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with every Chiefs fan you know, because this journey is just getting started.